live right now. Hello guys, welcome to Inside and Manaprin, joined by Sahil and Rohit, and a very very special special guest guys, and we didn't expect him. He just popped out of nowhere. Our very own
Vengeance.
Abhineet Bhardwaj. Welcome,
AK
buddy.
Vengeance.
Welcome. He came with vengeance. Yes. So we actually haven't talked. We have a group. We talked about we'll do a live. We didn't talk much. I didn't let anyone talk except me. I didn't let anyone talk about the film.
Like Hitler.
We have Geeky Shiki here, and you'll see.
यार ये डेडपूल का स्ट्रीम है, हम गाली दे सकते हैं?
No, because
अरे हाँ बहनचोद, दे दो गाली.
Well, technically, if
they
people
will
have
get
watched this
money
movie,
for
they are
being
adult.
adult, R-rated. We will not get. Money will go away. But we already have
but the audience...
not money. We have support of Shelly. She couldn't join us, guys. She has a Shakespeare play. But thank you, Shelly, for always supporting. She already gave 5 memberships and left. And she left a message. So sorry, I have to miss this one. Here's a topic. Do you guys think the car fight was one of the best SEX scene that you had ever seen? I will still leave my support. Toodles. Thank you, Shelly, so much.
Hey, you guys are wearing, all of you, are you guys wearing X-Men t-shirts?
Rohit is not, and obviously Abhineet is not, because Abhineet is not a Marvel fan.
Yeah. Guys, we have a DC fan here.
Give me a minute. He was hurt.
But Shelly, we will answer your question. Let's get, when we get into the thick of things. But thank you for that memberships. Sai Ganesh in the chat. Damn, if this live stream was tomorrow, we could have included MCU panel. But why do you think that? We'll come back again tomorrow to talk about MCU panel. Why, think small, think big, think multiple content, think more funny. Oh, that was
nice.
That was so quick.
So quick.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Where is the MCU panel in Indian time? Okay, it will happen 6:30 a.m. in the morning for all of us. So tomorrow evening we'll discuss.
Guys, have you realized that we have never seen Batman and Charles Xavier in the same room together?
I just realized it.
Hey guys, I actually have one question from the film. Are we talking about spoilers?
Yes, full on spoilers.
Yes.
Okay, so one question. Do Castanova and Professor Xavier have the exact same powers?
No. She has to put her fingers in
to control the mind. Right?
Yeah.
She can control the matter. Yeah, that's...
But with the...
No, but even Xavier can do it at his peak. It's just that he...
But we have never seen that movies, because...
Xavier can just with his mind can do it, no? She said, right, I need to use my hand, get my hands dirty.
No. I've been asking, can Xavier also manipulate matter around him? Which Xavier can do in comics and all those things.
I asked you a question yesterday. Are you still sure about that?
Yes, I am.
Not thinking about another manipulate.
Yeah.
Guys, there's so much context behind everything, behind all of us, because we keep sharing reels with each other on Instagram. Everyone has their own context of what they're talking about, so don't mind it.
Too many inside jokes.
Shikesh in the chat. LFG, let's go. Okay.
Don't. No, seriously, we cannot say the word SEX. We cannot say the word FUCKING.
Can you say DC?
I think the new rule says if you say it like 10-15 minutes into the video, then it's fine. But if it's in the beginning, 10-15 minutes, YouTube detects it and then it demonetizes.
Can we say
Brahmastra?
That is sacred, dude. That you cannot never say.
Can you say motherfucker?
The movie didn't say that. They beat it in the movie.
Rohit, we are not allowed to say motherfucker, bro. Come on, man. Don't abuse in the very first 15 minutes.
Mr. Coconuts says, I was going to say something else actually. Don't think MCU needed Deadpool.
What is that name?
Deadpool.
Coconuts.
Mr. Coconuts.
Mr. Coconuts.
Deadpool 2 wasn't great, as I think Deadpool needed a pivot and the X-Men universe ended terribly. Deadpool 2 wasn't. Okay. I think MCU is gonna clean up the mess of X-Men and Deadpool like they did with Spider-Man. Spider-Man came here, okay? It's not MCU movie, it's a tribute to every Fox movie ever. Can we say BVS or Brahma? Okay. Anyways, guys, hit that like button, like, share, subscribe, do all of that, and let's get into a spoiler discussion, guys. Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen the movie, big spoilers, guys. Wolverine is in the movie. Wolverine is in the movie, guys. Big spoilers.
Are you talking about the Henry Cavill one?
We can begin.
शर्म ही आ रही है इंसान को.
So first,
Dude, I've been
let's.
posting spoilers in my thumbnails, man. Have you gone through my channel?
That's his, क्या कहते हैं, रोजी रोटी.
That's literally my rosy roti. यार. I'm not even working right now somewhere.
Chalo, guys, let's get into spoilers. First, let's overview. I'll come to Abhineet last. First, let's go with someone who loved the movie absolutely and cannot stop talking about it. So let's.
What do you
begin with
mean by
Sahil.
that?
I thought it's Harneet.
Sahil, go.
Actually, don't come to me. Don't come to me.
That's what
Okay,
she-
I know last time I was asked not to give a long until my answer.
That's what she said. Don't come to me.
You give any mark answer right now. Just begin.
No, I'll give a small one. I think that this was an end game for Fox Studio movies, and that's what
That's
they
very well
have
put,
given
huh?
it to us.
That's very
Yeah.
well put.
And thank you.
But Sahil, I just read it on
though
Twitter
I think
yesterday.
people-
It's an endgame for the Fox movie.
What?
It's not an OG for
Really?
thinking,
Nice.
Nona. It's not OG.
See,
Okay.
he
No, no,
brought
I'm
this.
saying this.
He brought this line on the panel, so it goes to him. I don't care whoever said it.
No, but the point is, I felt this as soon as I watched the fan event movie, the first person in the country to watch it. Okay, so I
That's it.
felt this at that time only. I told Rohit also the same thing, and I believe that's why the best way to give an overview of the film. And yes, I think we'll discuss more in the future in this part.
Okay, now it's time for someone who absolutely loved the film. Abhineet,
Really?
go. It's
No,
good
no,
to
man,
have
you-
contrast, no? I wanted Varun also to
that's-
join because he also, I think, had problems. So I thought people who liked and didn't like, can we have mixture of it?
Sahil, can you help me out here, please?
How can he help you?
See, this I don't know. I'll give. I'll give the answer as Abhineet. Okay. Hi guys. I hate movies which do fan service. I only like movies which have just the story in front of me and the characters I love, and that's all. They're not referencing to something which is not in the movie or the universe and all that. And that is because the cinematic universe I like, they don't have a cinematic universe, so they don't have anything to talk about it. But people those people who have a cinematic universe to talk about, they can talk about it. But I don't like it. I prefer just the movie which is in front of me. That's all.
Thank you so
I
much,
also
Abhineet
like-
Bhardwaj from another universe.
Yeah.
Now let's come back to the original one. I have actually more of cons to talk about than pros. I'll start from cons, okay? So as Sahil mentioned, even I mentioned this in my own video that instead of having multiple cameos, why not have someone with one cameo and he has an extended cameo? What I mean by that is, if Henry Cavill was supposed to be in the film, at least give him a little bit more time.
अरे DC वाले हैं ना, of course.
Okay, cool. What about Chris Evans? Chris Evans, Human Torch. You could have a little bit more in the movie. Just don't bring him back just for the joke. Just don't do that. Don't make him. Don't do dirty with him.
No. Can you back your argument with don't bring him back just for the joke? Like why? Like why can you not bring something for a joke? And,
Similarly happened with the Ant-Man. Similarly happened with the Ant-Man.
Is there any rule?
Similarly happened with the Ant-Man 3. Even I don't remember who mentioned it. Either heavy spoilers or New Rockstar mentioned it. So see, Ant-Man played an Ant-Man played actually a very important role in the Endgame film, right? He played a very important role. But whatever happened in the first 10 minutes of the movie, he was all trashed. He was just made fun of that. Why don't you write a book about it? But he actually played an important role. He's the one who's supposed to write a book about it. And just
Which movie are you talking about?
Quantumania.
Who was the cameo in the movie? Like which?
I'm not talking about the cameo. I'm not talking about the cameo. I'm just talking about the joke. So sometimes I think Human Torch has been, how do I best put it, without getting cancelled.
No, but
I'm not
if you think
worried
about
about
it,
myself.
it makes
so
a
this is my
lot of
opinion.
sense for
This
this.
is my opinion. But
Are
just
you
if you're
trying to
bringing
say
some
that
character-
they didn't do justice to Human Torch?
Of course, yeah. In simple words, for example, if they had brought Iron Man back and then just did dirty with him. And similar kind of thing happened with John Krasinski's Mr. Fantastic and what was that movie? Multiverse of Madness. Instead of doing just for the joke, give them an extended
I agree
cameo.
I agree with the Fantastic Four thing in Multiverse of Madness,
Yeah.
but not for this. I mean, if you think about it, this movie's plot was majorly based upon was majorly in Void. Void is supposed to have the things which have been forgotten or lost or killed, pruned, whatever, in terms of the real world or in the MCU. So it was supposed to have these outcast people only.
Okay, I
And
think we
they
have gone too
would
far.
not-
Let's come back. Let's stay with our overview.
One more thing.
Let's stay with our
okay.
overview of the films.
They had Elektra, they had Wesley Snipes, they had Gambit. They played a good role. They were also in the cameos. They could have done the same with the Human Torch as well, right? You could have in the team. You couldn't have
But
been just killed.
why do you want every cameo to have a similar kind of
Why do you want
like
someone to
a
get
role in the
die? Why do you want someone to get die?
I think the answer, in a way, the movie answered your
That
question
is-
that why not him, because it's Chris and Ivan, and
And moreover
they
thing is-
only
moreover
said
thing
it
is-
the
moreover
budget.
thing is-
Like if you have more of him in the film, because he's
Okay,
a big
you want to
actor,
give Human
he
Torch-
already plays a big character in the Marvel universe.
You could have given him an epic death, not just made fun of that character, just made a fun of Chris Evans. It wasn't
No,
justified.
it was made fun of Human Torch, not of Chris Evans or of Captain America.
But
if
we
you
have
know
to
about it.
perceive.
They
Chris
clearly
Evans is more
mentioned that this guy is. I'll tell you what they did. They made fun of Reed Richards in Multiverse of Madness. They made fun of Charles Xavier's in Multiverse of Madness because they are great characters and they died like this. But they are big characters. They are huge characters, and they were not even the ones which we have seen in the past. Okay. But in the movie also they show that like they are the smartest people in the universe and all that. They should not die like that. But a Human Torch, like a douchebag like a Human Torch, can die, and especially from a movie like Fantastic Four, which is not considered to be like one of the best movies of the Fox Studios. It's forgotten. It's like people don't want to revisit that. And Fantastic Four has a thing like. If we ever make a Fantastic Four movie,
They actually
it's
have a
gonna be
thing
bad
in the
like
movie.
this. They have a thing in the thing, and sorry,
They actually have a thing, the thing character.
and they
It
have
was
a
a
thing.
fun.
They have
It
a
was
thing
a
in the
fun.
movie.
It was a fun.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
It's a good one. I'll appreciate that. But my point is, this Human Torch, Chris Evans, they deserve this. I'm saying, like you cannot complain that why did he not have the ending which Gambit had or which Elektra had. In fact, I would say even and I think that's why I like that Elektra, Blade, and Gambit did not come to this universe after the end of the movie because they have to be forgotten only forever.
Okay.
And I think
So
that's
now my point was Chris Evans is mostly celebrated as Captain America, and when you were watching the film, so everyone thought it's going to be Captain America because they didn't show that the Ford logo, right? So but the first assumption was, of course, it is Captain America, and then he said Flame. It was very expected. I knew
but
that
that's the
was going to
movie.
be Human
But
Torch.
that's the movie. Like they want to like make you feel like he might be Captain America, but then oh my god, he was also Human Torch.
But did you guess
So
it that he's
they
going to be
played on
Human
that,
Torch? Did you have that idea?
I guessed it.
I knew that is going to be. Okay, so now point is,
Yeah.
the perspective of Chris Evans is now has become a legendary actor. Like he's an A-list actor now.
Yeah.
So doing dirty to him, something which I did
But
not.
that-
expect.
But
It's like saying- it's like
he's
saying-
doing dirty to Human Torch.
No, it's like saying Shah Rukh or
the
Salman cannot do
perspective of
small
it-
roles. He's actually making fun of himself because he wants to do something like this. It's because
But
he's
again,
so
I don't know why
drastic
you
to
are
Captain America,
joining
who's
Chris
about
Evans into
language
it.
and
I don't know why you're joining
Two
Chris
books
Evans
spoil the
into it.
food one at a time.
I'm saying
Okay.
he already plays Captain America, who's like a language, this and that, and he wants to just play like a character, who just say anything and wants to kind of put carry on the
And
role of
it is
that.
a part of his history.
And have
right?
fun
it
with
is
it,
not
you
like
know,
he has not done it.
Because he's become a big actor, he cannot do that. This is against his aura.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
And
how-
again, they clearly mentioned this is Human Torch. Okay, I'll tell you what would have been wrong. Had he only been a Captain America forever, had he been only an A-list star, and in this movie they would have introduced him as a new character like a Human Torch, that would have been wrong. But Human Torch is his part of his history. He has been part of this universe of the superhero genre. Just like in Deadpool 2, they show him kill the old Deadpool and the Green Lantern. That is a part of his history, right? You cannot be like, hey, now he's Deadpool. Now why is he caring about a Green
Green
Lantern?
Lantern was
It's a
celebrated.
part of his history.
Green Lantern wasn't celebrated. Ryan
That's what I'm
Reynolds
saying.
wasn't
So
celebrated.
you can kill him.
Yeah,
I'm
I get
saying
your point.
just like Fantastic
But
Four was not
Ryan Reynolds had a
was
major
celebrated.
impact. See, it is a Ryan Reynolds film, right? Deadpool, and
Yeah.
he's more of celebrated as Deadpool,
A Deadpool.
right? And Green Lantern was a epic shit film, epic shit. Whereas Fantastic Four
Yes, it was.
wasn't that shit of a movie. They had two films, right?
No,
And even
It
people
is
loved
remembered as a
Chris
shit
Evans.
film. It is remembered as a shit film. It is remembered as it was cancelled after the second part because it was that bad according to the numbers and all the critics. Then they had another Fantastic Four, and even that was more shit. So Fantastic Four has
Right.
a bad reputation to it, and that's why I'm saying it made sense that you can make a joke about that. Just like they were making joke about Gambit not having a movie at all. They just it was just a news that Giant Tatum is going to be a Gambit, and then we never got that movie.
Then the film never happened.
So they made a joke about it now. So that's the whole point. How do you forget the history just because even Giant Tatum became an A-list actor after that, right? Like he is very, very
My name is JF. Yeah.
he's pretty famous. Yeah, he's pretty famous, right? So that does not mean that you can just remove the fact that he was once gonna be a Gambit. You cannot remove the fact that Chris Evans was supposed to be was a bad superhero as well, or was a superhero in a bad film who used to abuse basically. And I think that was a good thing that they wanted to play around that whole abuse part there because his other persona does not abuse at all, but his human touch persona abuses a lot. So I think that was a great segue.
I totally get your point, Sahil. I totally get your point. I got it in the very first go.
But
my point is, John Krasinski happened to be dirty. That was fine. He's not famous as famous as Chris Evans. He's not a masala.
John Krasinski is very famous.
Come on, people who haven't watched Office or Quiet Place and a lot of films. See, okay, just tell you one thing. In this entire world, who would know more about Chris Evans?
But the fame does not matter, bro.
Okay, that's the good part of Hollywood, right? That it doesn't matter.
Is Hugh Jackman famous or not? No. Is Hugh Jackman famous or not?
Because of Wolverine.
Yes or no? Is he famous because of Wolverine? Yes or no?
Yes, of course.
Yes. Did we see versions of Wolverine in which he was not good in this movie? Do you have issue with that as well?
No.
Okay, another thing. We saw it. He was a midget and all that, and then he was drunk. And even in this movie, he was like the worst Wolverine ever. You are like, hey, since Hugh Jackman is the best Wolverine, why is he playing the worst Wolverine? It's the story. It's the movie. You cannot be like, Hugh Jackman will always, forever in the history, like from now on, has to play a good actor only. A good role only.
The jokes.
It does not make sense.
Hugh Jackman's Wolverine wasn't dirtied in the film. Even despite being the worst
that's
Wolverine.
My whole point is, but there is no argument that he cannot have a role
and in which he was shown the most epic way. Even after that, he was shown them in the most epic way, having the mask, the yellow costume, and having
All right. I'm just saying, what is this argument that since Chris Evans as Captain America is great, he cannot be shown as Chris Evans as a bad.
He could have been shown as Human Torch, but he could have been it could have been a shocking death. Like,
it was quite shocking.
It was shocking. It was quite shocking. I did not see it coming.
Shocking in a funny way. He was all bones and skulls and flesh, and it was more of funny. People
that's the genre of the film. That's the genre of the film. If this was in, let's say, Logan, I'm sure it would have been a sad death.
Every death in the film is funny. Comedy. They never show a death which is serious and oh my god, you don't feel like oh my god. Every death.
Yeah, every death is like
Deadpool
that.
Literally kills himself.
But this.
Nice.
Yeah, fool. I mean, they even showed here exactly nice fool. Is that funny?
Yeah,
it's right. The way he killed.
No, the thing is, if they had shown that some character and Ryan Reynolds' character dying and it's very serious moment and some things are serious but other things they're just making fun of, then it's like you are
Yeah, how come you are giving respect to Ryan Reynolds but not Chris Evans? That's an argument. But in this, everyone was getting killed like that, and it's a comedy movie. And the Chris Evans logic does not make sense. He's an actor in the real world. I understand that, but he's playing a role, right? In the role, he has to play the role, right? If you, yeah, again, that's what I'm saying. Charles Xavier is a respected character. If Charles Davis comes in a movie and he gets killed funnily, that
Which
should be
happened.
like criticized for sure.
Which
It
Which happened,
wasn't
and
funny.
that should
It
be
was
criticized.
more of shocking when she just
And,
wandered.
but she
with
just
that.
kills him like this. Charles Davis is not so easy to kill, but
Of
they
course he
kill him
is.
like this. Like they did a better job in killing him in X-Men 3 Last Stand than in this
Mhm.
movie.
Mhm.
Rohit, you can leave,
Multiverse of
bro.
Madness, and that's why it is criticized.
Mhm.
Okay, let's come to Rohit. He wants to say a lot about the film, but briefly, Rohit. Is he even there?
I'm there.
He has
Go.
been
just-
just waiting and watching the world burn.
Go, Rohit.
It's okay. I mean, I get where Abhineet is coming from. I get where Sahil is also coming from. But I will make fun of Abhineet because मेरा वो वैसा रिश्ता है उसके साथ कि we take jabs at each other. But और उसके बिना मजा भी नहीं आता. But the thing is, you know, say whatever you want. I couldn't bear to see the fact that the Fox universe ended with Dark Phoenix and New Mutants. Okay. Now we have a Deadpool and Wolverine to end the Fox universe. I thought the film was incredible. I mean, it's a feat that they pulled this off so beautifully. Without, and the cameos are so integrated to the story. The theme of being Marvel Jesus and then flipping it. It's such a good story, and all the characters tie down into it. You know, you don't have to be a somebody to cause a change. You can be a nobody. You are the somebody in your own story, and nobody has the right to tell you that. I feel that theme really hit me, and for some places where even like the cliche treatment, I have talked about this with Sahil in some places, like for example, the third act flashback, where they're holding hands and you see their entire history. But that also worked for me, even though it's been done to death. It was really effective in its filmmaking. So I loved it. Like after a long time, I got my comfort back in the MCU. You know, that's something which I have been lacking for a long time because it was always an escape. Now that escape has finally come back. Because मैं चिल्ला रहा था थिएटर में एक पॉइंट में बच्चों की तरह, you know, and it was amazing. Like it was just so good, man.
So, we have already gotten so much into, various things. So let's get into it. What I've seen around about the film, what I've heard about, people's thoughts and all, I feel it's the, you know, inherent thing that MCU fan demands from MCU film, that they need to set up the next film or they need to set up things for the future and all of that. Whereas this is actually not an MCU film, except the TVA part. There's literally no connection to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They just mentions of it or this and that. Plot wise, they just use TVA and there's nothing. It's all about the Fox movies. And I think that's why I see a lot of people complaining and they're comparing it with, this film and that film and this is so bad and, all of those various things. But I think this film is not about setting up. It's not about comparing it to Logan. It is its own thing. The way I think the best representation is what Sahil said about it being Fox's endgame. The way they bring the whole, not everyone, they bring everyone, but at least their representatives are there to establish like a
They finish
send off.
everyone's story.
It's basically a
Yeah.
send off to the Fox world, which was existed. And I did
Yeah.
make a video of which will come out tomorrow on the channel, that the underlying layer or the hidden meaning, whatever you want to call it, of what the plot is actually trying to say through the characters, which later I'll talk more about in the live. But there's a video available which some members have seen, so they appreciate it. Thank you.
I
But
had a word with Sahil regarding one thing.
yeah,
I'm sure that they did not have a problem with the budget. And like Sahil, remember when I told you that if they had shown Wolverine's past properly with a like what happened to the universe, it could have been that would have brought a little bit more impact to the character, the Wolverine character, right? even like we discussed that they might have run out of the budget, can't bring every actor back to play
Not the budget, but I think logistically it would have been a
they could have,
challenge, I
what
believe.
I meant by that was like if they could have shown that the world is burning, the X-Men are dying, even if the costume like that happened, this happened in the Peacemaker season 1 last scene. They somehow brought the Justice League back, even if the different actors were playing the role. They would have done that.
Is cheap, yeah,
X-Men dying
honestly.
and Wolverine would
It
have.
felt cheap in Peacemaker also, but you understand it's a TV
No,
series.
what my point
But
is.
it would have felt cheap had they done that, I feel.
But you're getting a point, right? If they had somehow incorporated this part that actually Wolverine was drunk, he couldn't do anything, he did not do anything, and he just realized the entire universe is dead, and that pain we could have actually felt. Okay, so why this is the worst Wolverine? Right now, it's all through the words. He's the worst Wolverine. He let this happen, everything that.
Yeah.
But I think that
I
depth of
totally
the
accept this
X-Men
criticism. I know I totally accept this criticism because I believe this is where I told Nona and Rohit also that they did compromise on the story a lot for all the laughs and the cameos and the entertainment factor for it. And this is a major part of it that they did not show an emotional core for this kind of Wolverine. They did not show for it. They talked about it for sure. They had a conversation with Cassandra. They had a conversation with X-23. I think these two conversations of Wolverine with them is what this set up the whole story for. That how he's bad or what does he feel about being the worst Wolverine. But yeah, they could have shown, and that would have definitely added an emotional layer to his story and also in the movie, because we did not see such a thing for Deadpool in this movie, because we have already seen that in Deadpool 1 and 2 that what he has gone through. So we did not want to know more about the background of what Deadpool is, but we should have wanted to see this Wolverine's background, because we have been told that this is not the Wolverine which we have seen till now. But yeah, I totally accept that criticism.
But also
that is where they have lagged in the story.
When he says all this, right? It's for you to imagine it. What? Wait, Rohit, wait.
But that's very cheap, no?
No,
That's
but
lazy
it's also,
writing.
see, again, as I said before, this film doesn't show a death, in a serious moment. So if you actually put that in the film, it doesn't go with the whole, what do you say? It's like a platter the film is serving, which everything is, fun things in the platter. And suddenly you show a very, very, horrible moment. Something like
I have a theory. They might have shot that. I think they have shot that cheap shot.
What we see in X-Men 97, that episode of what is
the Gamish something from G, yeah.
Genosha. So that doesn't belong in this film. That scene is just too dark. It's like I should not mention that. It's like a very real incident that happened in a history, and a film which is all fun and all, and suddenly that it shows you that moment, and you feel like, oh, this is wrong. You're using such a big moment in a fun and flimsy way in a film. So I think in the context of the film, having that moment does not make sense, and it will actually throw you off because it become too dark, because it become too serious, that moment to show. And I feel him talking about it is enough.
And in fact, that whole scene in which there's so many tombstones, basically. I think that was the representation when Cassandra goes inside Wolverine's head. I think that was kind of like their way of showing what he has lost and how he has been grieving that so many deaths are on his hands, like so many, the blood of so many deaths is in his hands. I think that's what they were trying to show. That was their cheap version, I believe so. But yeah, I agree that they could have shown more, but I understand why they have not shown it, is what I'm saying.
Logan is in Deadpool 616 universe now. So where is the X-Men?
Logan is not in 616. He's on Earth 1005.
They are in 10008.
5.
5, yeah.
I honestly, even after watching the movie second time, I don't really care which world, which timeline, the Deadpool film is
there are two timelines, one MCU timeline and Fox timeline.
Not that is
think about that.
But I'm saying, like, there's a point, of when Deadpool films take place And when we see Logan film, Logan is in the future, 5 years, 10 years future of
Mm.
how X-Men Days of Future Past ended.
Mm.
And what we're seeing
2029, yeah.
Deadpool, and also now what we are seeing, Deadpool has already, like, Wolverine already died, but that world was like kind of apocalyptic world, right? And now we see it's normal world. So has it not
Technically, we have
even
two
happened?
Wolverines now.
No, like basically when they said death, it has not happened already, and any like in that world, the death has not
Yes,
happened.
it
It
has
will
not,
happen in
yeah.
the future, whatever they are saying. So I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
care. I understand the context, emotional beat, and I know this character is just, it's a breaking the fourth wall. There's no, I need not to push so much logic. If I put a Civil War movie, oh, it happened 8 years before, and that, oh, 8 years is wrong, it is 10 years, like that is for that world, not for this world, which is already a mess. The whole timeline and universe and what's happening is already a mess. So I don't really care about that. That is the least
Okay,
of
what
the
was your
thing.
favorite joke from the movie? Like, I'll start. The two jokes which I can remember right now was, first of all, when Casanova is again looking forward to get in the head of Pyro. He just says, "Okay, I just ask something. Just ask." Okay, that was one.
Yeah, that was
And the
good.
other one was when he asked for intimacy. When Deadpool said intimacy, inspector, or what was the word?
Yeah.
Coordinator.
Who's the
Coordinator. Yeah,
investigative coordinator
coordinator.
here? Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite
Not all,
was,
most movies have that.
which the theater did laugh. The second time theater didn't laugh. The first time, the like most audiences got that joke when he says you came from your worst country, Canada, and he throws his katana, and then he
Yeah.
says take
Yeah.
take out my country name from your filthy mouth.
From out.
And the first time in
Yeah.
theater, everyone was laughing
It
at
was
that
a
moment.
reference to Will Smith's line,
Yeah.
right, in Oscar.
Second time, no one
Yeah.
laughed. Like very few. I was telling Nolan, dude, and he didn't understand. I told him, dude, Will Smith moment. Like, oh,
Yeah.
after 2 minutes. That was a very fun joke.
Actually, there's one more joke from the part when I actually was watching Deadpool part one. Like, a lot of people didn't get it that back then. So when Colossus tells him that we are taking him to Professor, he says, "Which one, Patrick Stewart or McAvoy?" A lot of people actually missed that joke in the theater, as far as I remember.
The other
Deadpool
film,
part
right?
one.
Deadpool 2.
One.
Oh, one.
Then he chops off his hand. That scene.
Those jokes were really, when the Blade one, which they Punisher, there were 5 of them, and the Blade says, "I'm only the one," and then Deadpool looks
Okay,
in
so
the
one more thing.
camera.
So, as per the Deadpool film, they were referring the Ben Affleck Daredevil, right? Because in that Elektra.
Also because they were married, right, for some time. That actress and Ben Affleck were married, and when he says Daredevil dies, he says, "Is it okay?" She said, "Yeah, is it okay? Let it be."
Yeah. My favorite moment was actually like funniest in terms like that when Wolverine. I told this to Rohit also yesterday, that when Wolverine takes the dog pool and walks across the street.
And they don't fire.
At the end,
the Deadpool corporate don't fire.
Yeah, I found it very hilarious at that time. Like, I was laughing at that time.
Which one?
The climax fight.
Okay, the ending one when he tries to save himself from. Okay,
Yeah.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Definitely.
I was laughing the most at that time. I was like, "What the fuck? How are they showing this?" It was hilarious to me. So I enjoyed the most. Like that. That's how I enjoyed the most.
Yeah, that was a good one.
In the chat, we have a lot of the lines. They are gonna make him do this till he's 90.
That was funny. That was
F you.
And he did that twice.
F you, Fox. I'm going to Disneyland. Welcome to MCU. You are joining a bit
when
at
he
a low
breaks
point.
the camera? Which was that joke? When he breaks the camera?
When he first time
Disneyland
comes, when he first time comes to
TVA
and he shows all the MCU footage, and then he runs away to the camera, says all that, and comes back.
And he says, "I'm going to Disneyland." This was that was a joke, right? Yeah. That was also good one.
Welcome to the MCU.
And the dialogue coach of the Gambit was epic.
Minions.
Oh, funny.
Epic.
Very good. Can we listen to Rohit? He has raised his hand.
Rohit, stop raising hands, dude.
So there was this criticism which Abhineet said, right? Like, why didn't they show a flashback? I said, I think that was the best kind of decision they took, because what happened is, for example, since the film is a lot of action, right? So like, the thing of showing this sequence might just make it feel like another action scene. it may sensationalize it, and since it is told from the POV of Wolverine instead of a third person flashback, when he's talking to Laura especially, it makes it way more emotional because
The pain on
you
his
can
face.
Of course, that is the best part. But when Christian Novas goes into his mind, come on, he has the memories, right? He has that in his pictures.
but I
Maybe through
think
the words, or maybe when he was sitting over in front of the when he was in the graveyard.
you can see the memory, but at that point, Cassandra was in his subconscious. Okay. And from that space, you can influence a person to do certain things. Like she was trying to mind control him at one point,
She says, right, you are hiding.
Yeah, because she did the same. She did the same with Deadpool also. She was making him
Deadpool is not
feel
strong enough that
this is
she saw everything in his mind. For
yeah.
Logan, she even says you're hiding. Say it,
Mm.
The proposal, nice bull tries his hand and fourth
Oh
wall
yeah, the
breaks.
proposal was a good joke.
Proposal joke, yeah, out of the blue, like
Yeah.
nobody expected that.
207 bones when I watched Gossip Girl.
Actually, this kind of joke was in the part one as well.
Gossip Girl is Blake Lively.
Blake Lively joke. Yeah, actually, this kind of joke was in part one as well, Deadpool 1, when he says, you think Ryan Reynolds would have gone this far without his looks?
Yeah.
So I guess this was a similar
You
line.
couldn't even save a relationship with a stripper. Dude, that scene was so good, man. Hugh Jackman.
Oh, man.
And that dead silence from Deadpool, like he doesn't have any reply. And then he takes a moment and then he says, I'll fight you. I'll hit you, something like that. Like, so good.
And I like how they were playing around the calculative wish, because it is usually a calculated decision, right? But they were making it
Or risk,
like
or
a calculative wish. Wow, I love that. Yeah,
Peter
good
Ham was
writing,
super
honestly.
funny.
Like
Peter
I'm
was
just talking
funny.
about the dialogues and everything.
Your tailor is a predator.
There were a few jokes on the culture that is celebrated in US. I really enjoyed that joke.
The woke culture.
Which one?
Yeah, known as the right track.
But Ryan Reynolds was very woke. Like I think they were very. I do not like them because they were very pro woke jokes. Honestly, I wish they would have like.
There's a direct
made
line,
jokes on
right?
the
Like
woke- on the woke
about
culture.
abortion and rights and this and that.
Yeah, it was it had woke jokes for no reason. I mean, like they could have like not have those.
Call your
I was
I
call
guess
your
they,
boss.
I guess they incorporated that because I'm just guessing because maybe Emma Corrin is what's the word? Queer? How do you pronounce it? Queer, whatever.
No. My point is that Ryan Reynolds is very left wing, right? That's why he wanted to put those kind of jokes.
He
In
doesn't
the
want to
movie.
get
I was just
cancelled.
wondering, they could have not put them also, but I think he just wanted to like please the
course.
left wing side. That's why.
Karthik says the
Okay.
best scene was when Deadpool tells Cavalry, "We will treat you better than those Fs down the street." I would wait for James Gunn come back on the dialogue in Peacemaker season 2.
And did you realize? Henry Cavill did his Mission Impossible thing. He did this. Like this is how he put his claws out.
No.
Because Wolverine does this, right?
Whoa.
But
That's
Henry Cavill did
deep, man.
this.
That's
The way
deep.
he
That's deeper than what Nona
Yeah, that
had
is
experienced
definitely
today.
deeper.
found. Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
I
But
love
what
that.
do you guys
I'm
think? Okay.
like,
What do you guys think of Henry Cavill Wolverine? I didn't
That
expect
was the
it.
best. Actually,
When I saw the muscle,
love it.
no, I
mean,
thought maybe
somebody
this is
who has been a Superman in the DC universe, he's obviously great, right?
perfection.
the moment I saw his big muscles, right? I was like, okay, this is
Nona was
maybe
like,
not.
oh my god, that's what I paid for it. Paid the price for.
I was like, this
Seriously,
is definitely
it was
not.
Clearly, one of my favorite.
It was definitely not
cameos.
Hugh Jackman. I understood because they would have shown him, right? Why did it show the muscle? So I'm like,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
actor could have they got for this? It'll be cool. Who it is. And in a mind, Henry Cavill days that would be. And then when he came back to that scene and he just Cavalry and he just turns and the one look you get of him, wow! I was like, great.
And actually, his look was so much Wolverined that he actually had to explain Henry Cavill because people were not able to get it.
Yeah.
Who's that?
It was
And he
not
actually
too
had
easy
to
to
explain. So that
yeah.
was good decision.
In my theater also, like for the first half of the scene, people were like, "Who is this guy?" And then when the dialogues come in and all that, then people realize, "Oh my God, he is actually Henry
You
Cavill."
actually don't even get a good
So
look. That
also, I
they
think this
cut
was
it very fast.
unexpected.
They don't
Yeah.
let it be on
Yes,
the
yes,
end.
yes.
In the initial,
It basically
in the initial,
turns.
I thought it's actually young Hugh Jackman. They have somehow done that, but because
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was a bit difficult to guess it. But
Comic
Too many hair,
accurate.
too many like facial hair.
Comic
much,
accurate
correct, too much
Wolverine
of
was
facial
super
hair.
funny.
The midget one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah, kind of like that.
We are going to
Actually,
see
that
him
was
and Hugh
a
Jackman
fun
for
part.
Secret Wars again, guaranteed.
Hmm.
Is Cassandra Nova dead? Maybe not. I like the actress. She's a Emmy award-winning actress, so I hope they bring her back. I don't
Of
like the
course.
ending with Deadpool's variants, and someone else also mentioned that. Wait, I'll get back to it. The fight scene in the Cassandra
Like
lair and Deadpool
And just
squad
one more
was
thing, this
so
is not just
bad.
a criticism. This is not a criticism for the movie, but don't you think this is a criticism for every superhero movie? The first time when you ask help from a superhero, he denies, but then someone comes and talks shit to him,
but
then
वो
he's like,
तो
okay,
movie
I'll
है,
fine.
वो तो story है, वो तो story
Like
है.
this similar happened with Michael Keaton's Batman. When Ezra Miller talks to him about
Not the
fate,
best
that part he
example,
goes,
but
okay, fine,
okay.
I'll help you out.
But
Similarly over here as
but
well.
I think
Like, why don't you at least
I'll give the
very
logic.
first part? Okay, I'll help you out.
I'll give the logic. If they were actually ready from starting, they would actually be doing the stuff, right? But they wanted to show a reason why they're not doing it, because they have a reason why they're not doing it, and somebody has to come in, like a third party has to come and convince them, right?
And give
So that's why
motivate
they
them.
do it,
But it
because they
feels
would be
like
doing it.
it feels like showing Peter Parker's Uncle Ben's death and Batman's parents at every other film. It
Yeah, I
feels
mean,
it like happens every time. You know, an old superhero is coming back, he won't get ready. Then of course someone would be there
mm,
who would motivate him. For example, if in Secret Wars, we may see that Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark is not in some other universe. He's not ready. Maybe his universe died and he's not ready. And he's like,
yeah,
I'm responsible. I cannot take responsibility. But at the end, he will show up. And people go, "Oh, come on! It was supposed to happen." And this may actually happen. This may actually happen.
That's
Then someone
every
will
film,
call me
right?
that
The
I'm the
hero
writer.
wins
I'm
at
one of
the
the
end,
writers of The
villains
Simpsons.
lose. It's like that's part of every story in a sense.
But that's what I'm saying. Right? It
but
feels like
not in Infinity War.
overkilling
If the
of Bruce Wayne's
conflict
parents
is if the
and
conflict is strong, then you don't see all this.
They have to show a conflict, na. It has to be a conflict, na.
and more
It
thing
has
is
to
it's
be
all is built to just show the superhero movement. Like for example, when he said no, I won't be able to help you out. I'm the worst or whatever. Then he comes out of the car and Wolverine like, oh my god, we didn't expect that he would come and save us. Of course, he was supposed to do that.
Who said?
But
Just-
where would he be sitting? Because when they showed the scene that in the car he's not there in the car, so there was still a question, right?
That was a cool
Did he
reveal
not
because
come in the car?
that was
It was a cool
when
reveal that he came in the car only. He could have
Of
come from
course,
somewhere
I'm
else.
not criticizing Deadpool over this part. I'm not criticizing. I'm criticizing everybody's superhero
Yeah.
films.
Yeah. I believe they had to show a conflict. At least what I like is that at least the reason is different for everyone who is not joining the team. The reasons are different. They are not joining the team immediately, but their reasons are different. Why they don't want to join it. Some people have their personal issues. Some people have an issue like Wolverine, that he actually caused the death of so many of his X-Men. That's why he's not joining. Some people are tired, like in Keaton's case. Yeah, I think he just wanted to
it's like
have a life.
man.
Post his Batman
So
life.
many people I asked to join the stream, right? They didn't. It's life
And then I came
everywhere.
up.
Have the reasons.
I came up, bro.
And then Abhinay comes up, exactly. And that's why he's the Batman.
See? Okay, the fight at Deadpool squad was so bad, cutting every 2 seconds, mindless blood splatter, Guardians 3, better one-shot fight scene, and highlighted each character's skills. See, I would just say one thing here. You cannot question why, a cake is sweet or a ice cream is cold. That's not how it works. It's a Deadpool movie. These are Deadpools. That's how the blood. It's all about the blood and splatter and killing everyone. And
Yeah.
then one take just
It's
depicts that.
R-rated, right? It's R-rated.
That's what this
Yeah.
characters and this film is about. If you complain of why Deadpool is killing, then that criticism doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like
now
a
to talk about the
player
pros.
is-
I have talked about the cons. I couldn't complete
Oh,
because you were
wow.
asking for my review. I just talk about the cons.
Nona,
Okay,
can
I'll
we
start-
record this?
It's
and put
live.
this
Dude.
as a reel.
It's live.
It's actually live. You don't have to. Style, what happened to you after watching Deadpool Wolverine? Come on, man. Okay, so I think the best part was definitely giving the tribute to the Fox universe, the ending. Like, it was actually very beautiful. No jokes, nothing. Just simply they were showing the behind the scenes and the great moments from the Fox universe. absolutely brilliant. And then actually Deadpool proves himself that yes, I am innocent. He actually said those words. Epic moment.
He's not innocent, but he didn't make up that stuff.
Yeah, so that's
He could have not
you getting a
said
point.
all those things to her, right? And he would have survived.
He could have just shut up, right?
What
He could have shut
Wolverine
up.
was saying.
But he's a mug with the mouth.
It's come on. The film is about Deadpool. You think that he will ever
I
shut up?
I know.
So the ending and the post credits are actually very nice. I was very impressed. Secondly, I'm actually happy this movie stays in the Fox universe at the end. It's still a Fox movie. It starts from Earth 1005, ends it over there. Happy about that. Don't bring away character to MCU. They actually, at least those who actually exist in the another universe. Maybe MCU will have another Tom Holland. Similarly, maybe MCU will have another Wolverine. Secondly, the opening was absolutely fantastic. The Mar Katai, loved it.
Best
Like
thing ever.
the best choreography. The car scene, absolutely loved it. And the most epic moment was when he puts on his mask.
So good. It was so
And the
unexpected.
Salman Bhai moment. And the Salman Bhai moment.
Have you seen
And
that
the-
video?
Yeah.
Have you seen that video
Which
criticizing
one?
why the nanotech thing is so sucks? Every time nanotech just helmet
Yeah,
comes,
I
it
have,
goes.
I have.
And I love
Also,
that
the
they
mask is
didn't do
CGI,
that.
right? The Wolverine's mask is CGI'd, right?
No.
I don't think so it was made.
No, when he put it in, it's
was made,
real.
right?
It's real. But in the fight sequence, their movements face totally CGI.
Yeah,
When they
some
jump
of the
out of
action
the bus,
sequences, they have used the CGI part.
when
of
they
it.
jump out of
Yeah.
the bus, Wolverine is total CGI, and the moment Deadpool falls and
Yeah.
the stand-up part is Ryan or whoever.
So actually, they
did it.
made a real mask for him. I thought it was all CGI.
No, it was a real one.
No.
You could see it. It looked like cloth or something.
Yeah.
And
It
what was
looked
Salman Bhai
awkward.
moment?
That's the point.
Salman Bhai
Another one
moment.
was, I think it was enhanced. It was not CGI. I would say it was enhanced. But he
No, did you
is
like it? Did you enjoy it?
great.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh,
It was
yeah.
more of
I loved
Bollywood.
it.
Just like
I loved
Deadpool.
It was very Bollywood. It was very Bollywood, yeah.
That was
It
so
was very
good.
Bollywood. Like
that was
just
like
the upper part. Okay,
that's how you do it.
So that
And
was
my
the criticism.
favorite part-
Like this.
And I like that like when he hold his hand and he was not able to reach it, so he took out the
he
claws.
comes in.
That's very Wolverine. It's very Wolverine thing to do. Like you cannot do a similar scene with any other hero.
Dekho
But with
kaun
Wolverine you can do it.
aaya.
Harneet has joined.
Harneet
Quickly,
was
without
showing
wasting
way
time,
to the
quick
people
thoughts on the movie.
after the mall yesterday.
Quickly, without wasting time.
So I waste time. Is that it?
Now
No,
you're wishing.
I'm in a hurry, so I'll just say I love the movie. It was warm, like warmer than the previous Deadpool movies. Of course, they had heart, but this had a heart more than the previous ones, I guess. Funnier, more gory. Like they went very hard with the R rating, and like being the first R-rated movie for MCU. I thought they would, push back a little, hold back a little, but they went all in. It was amazing. Cameos obviously were good, not forced at all. I told Sahil yesterday my theater went into a frenzy when Blade showed up. Like that was the moment. Like obviously Chris Evans showing up as we all thought he was Cap. Even I was thinking he's Captain America's variant, and then he says flame on. Obviously that was amazing. But like one of the best movies. I even told you guys right after that movie what happened. So I had to
Yeah. Then you had to show
come
the
through the
way to
flooded
go.
area. Yeah. So that is why I'm at the airport, because the morning flight, I was actually about to get on the morning flight, but it got cancelled because of the floods in Vadodara. So I am currently, not my fault that I'm at the airport. I did not plan it at the time of our discussion. So
I'm
it
not
is
blaming
just
you, Harneet. I'm
because
not
of
blaming you.
circumstances. No, I'm just, I'm trying to make sure that you don't post another series of comments in the group chat. So, but yeah, that's
are
all.
scared of Nolan.
I truly am. So I wish I could stay and talk a lot more. I truly do. I wanted to talk a lot about a lot of other scenes as well, but I think we'll talk after this, maybe some other day.
Tomorrow,
also. We can connect.
because Comic-Con panel. So we'll meet tomorrow also. Don't worry.
Yeah. So I will be at Masi's house. Nuna knows her.
Great.
We are cousins. So So I'm here until Thursday. I'm in Delhi. So whenever you guys need, I'll be there. So
Great.
thank you. Thank you for having me. Good night. Bye bye.
Good night.
Have a safe
Harneet.
journey home.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, that was Harneet, guys, and we will be here, guys, for Comic Con news.
That was
everything
that
tomorrow.
was a good cameo, guys.
See, that's what we call a good cameo. Rayan
Yeah.
says CG was little inconsistent in the movie, wasn't it? See, take any superhero film which has a lot of CG. None of them are perfect. Everyone, there are moments which are not
No,
good.
it's like we are very much
Used to
we
it
are
now.
so much used to bad CGI that because we are in the recent years.
Yeah,
okay,
now
fine.
It's not
I think
as
now
bad
standards
that
have
you are
lowered.
totally distracted and all
Standards
of
are good.
that. It's not totally distracting, it's not as Flash. So
Actually, as far as I remember, I don't remember any bad CGI moment in the film. Was it? Was there?
the
any?
film is
If
actually
you guys
consistent
remember.
with that CGI. So I think it works in a sense. Artistic.
Yeah, correct.
Probably. Probably.
Yeah.
I think the film had a gorgeous color palette, Matlab, the way the blood was looking on the snow,
Yeah.
like
Can we talk about the opening, Rohit? Because someone in the chat says, "Baby, bye, bye, bye." The intro, effing epic.
No, please continue. We're enjoying it.
No, that was horrible.
when you think
Please, yeah.
why that intro has been used, okay, because first of all,
Yeah.
Deadpool thinks it's bye 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 alludes to the Fox universe. It's a final goodbye, and if you see
Yes,
the original
yes.
music by NSYNC, right, there is a huge. All the members of the band are connected to strings like puppets, and there is a girl controlling them. Okay, ऊपर से like मतलब
Just
ऐसा
like
cut
life.
ऐसा है ये वो लोग. So it's like Paradox doing the same to him, and it ties so well into the themes of the film.
Yeah.
It's so effing good. It's so effing good. Matlab, like
Uh,
all the
Totally
three
agree with
Deadpool
you.
intros, all the three Deadpool intros are damn good.
Actually, I was going to say something else. One more pro that I found really good about this movie that usually the multiverse movie are just one day film, one day. This happens everything in one day. But at least they had a 2 day story. 2 day story. Like for example, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse Madness starts from the beginning in the morning, ends by evening.
Was it 2 days?
He travels through multiverses, and then the same day the movie ends. Similarly, we can talk about No Way Home.
This was a one
Most
day,
of
right?
the-
This was a one day, right? No.
No, they show actually a night when
In
Daphne
the
King
void,
and
okay. In
conversation.
the void, okay.
I think it's like 2 days, like 2 days, one night kind of a thing.
Correct. So I actually love that part when there's a time jump. Of course, they did not have a much jump, but still, it feels like the film was elongated. It feels that way. Like even No Way Home, I was mentioning that the same all of these events just happen in 24 hours. He goes to Mr. Strange. Bad things start happening. And that night,
The
Ant-Man
fight
dies.
happens after midnight.
In the next morning, on the next morning, but it's still the
Yeah,
24
next
hours,
morning.
right? It's 24 hours.
It's 20
But at least they have,
Yeah.
yeah. So that was one thing.
No,
which
no.
I
Even that is like kind of like 2 days because they are like they are waiting for their what do you call it? Their admissions thing and all that, and then he goes to Doctor Strange to get it fixed. It's kind of like more than 24 hours, I think, right? Because if you include
within
the
48
first
hours.
few,
No, they actually even show that big time jump at the end of the film as well, in the beginning as well. So anyway, one more thing, guys. Like what I felt really bad for Wolverine was that the suit always reminded him of, as he mentioned, the professor and their team. But at the end, he was Salman Bhai, and then he lost his upper part of the suit. So will he be able to get his suit back in the future?
Of course.
he can. People can make it for him. There are many people who can make it for him.
I'm sure there are
But
more
that-
suits,
he
right?
has the X-Men
particular
suit.
suit, but that particular suit had
X-Men is still
collection.
there, right?
Nah, I think it's
In the
more of
current
a
timeline,
more
X-Men
of
still
a
exists.
what do you call it? Uh, symbolic. It's not that
Rohit
suit
has a word.
only
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's torn now.
Rohit has a
so-
word for it.
Yeah,
Which
right.
is
Rohit, बताओ ना. You have better words in such scenarios.
by the way,
I didn't exactly catch the point. I didn't exactly
okay.
catch the
Symbolic
point.
ही होगा. Symbolic is a good word.
yeah, symbolic
Huh?
is a good word. No? Are the suit,
What?
no? His suit.
I
Wolverine
love the
suit.
suits, man.
He was.
Are
No, the point is Wolverine
but they
says
also
that
showed.
he says that the suit represents X-Men and their love, and that's why it's close to me. And I mean, he's saying he loses that suit
But
at
then
the
at
end.
the
So
end,
I'm saying the suit is just a symbolic thing of, I'm sure he has more
True.
suits. Just wearing the suit is the
Basically, Basically, it was all about like now he has like
Of course, you would have
moved on
more
from
tools. Of
that
course.
guilt and all that.
For example, like I always felt like, you know, the suit has a reason in the film, and that was the best thing for me. It doesn't just come back.
Exactly. Correct. Totally
And the
agree.
thing, and the thing is, when Wolverine says I had gone drinking that night, and by the time I came back, everybody was dead, right?
Hmm.
So, have you seen X2, right? When
Of
Charles
course.
isn't there, and for the one of the first times ever, Wolverine is in charge of everyone, and he
Oh
kills
yes,
most
of
of the
course,
Psychers men.
of
I
course.
felt like that was a variation of that event.
Ah, okay. Yeah. It makes sense. I think he could have been mentioning X2's that particular scene. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So I feel there are
Probably a
very
story they might have not even thought of themselves.
Yeah, I think there are very subtle nods. I think this is made by people who love comic books for
Coming was here.
people who love comic books, because there's a lot of references to comic books. For example, multiverse hopping mein you see so many variants of classic X-Men, right? Not everybody will
Mhm.
get that because a lot of the crowd for these films is mostly MCU people, not even Fox people, because a lot of them are
Yeah.
new. I feel OG people who love comics and have grown up with this stuff now will appreciate this movie way more. It helps if you have a very deep emotional connection with these characters, I feel.
And still it was very entertaining enough for people who are watching this like as a fresh thing. They don't know much of the context of it. They can still enjoy this movie because that much funny it is. Like the number of jokes they have in this movie. I think like it's a good mixture. Like it
I
can
found
satisfy both
this
kind of crowd.
film much better than the first two Deadpools because I feel the first two Deadpools has a lot of jokes
Everyone
which are
did.
very American and
It's very grounded.
no grounded
It's
also,
very
but it's
grounded.
very
The first
American.
movie.
The context for me is I don't understand the context of a lot of those jokes.
Fair enough.
But
Yeah,
now today because
that's
he's
correct.
playing
Yeah,
in the X-Men Fox universe mostly and he has so much content there itself. So
yeah.
all the things he's saying is actually working for me. Like I'm more
There
connected to
was
those.
a Sagaji in the movie very weirdly at the end. They
Yeah,
had a
that
Sagaji
was both
TVA.
times. I
I
was
was
like,
like, why,
"Hi, is it just I am seeing this? Like
it was
ethnicity is seeing
and
their
he was part
counterpart."
of he was not a part of the crowd. He was like there was a full camera
Cap
just
like
for him.
mid shot of just him.
Yeah,
It's not
honestly,
like we saw him
just
before
him,
also
and
and later
then they
also,
moved
and
to
it's just a
thing.
close up of some
Yeah,
the reaction shots
close up.
out of nowhere, just a shot
Yeah.
of him.
Deadpool and
It-
Wolverine
I
has
was like,
already outgrown
hashtag
the entire
represent.
theatrical. You know what, guys? Deadpool and Wolverine has already outgrown the entire theatrical run of the last MCU film, The Marvels.
Not a very high
Arey,
bar
let's do
to
that meme
cross.
now. No, 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 no. No. That meme, no?
I said no.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I disagree. The second best Deadpool for me. Okay, why didn't Deadpool just recruit Henry Cavill or Wolverine fighting him? That's why his
Because he
question,
wasn't
right?
paid
That
this long.
everyone was going to. They were fighting back, so he just kept on going to the next one. He wanted someone who he could bring back. Like that's what he did. He could easily bring him back and take him.
And somebody he would like also. Like, I'm like,
Do you
this guy
think
can
Henry Cavill may come back as Wolverine? He may, but not as a
I
permanent role.
highly
No,
doubt that. Highly doubt that.
if they
I
did, they
think this
wouldn't
was
have shown
just
him. It could be opposite also. They
yeah.
wanted to bring him. They just wanted to see how people will react. But it was a fan cast.
This might be similar to what happened to John Krasinski. They showed him with the intention if people like him, they will bring him as the Fantastic
That
Four
was
guy.
just a fan survey.
But
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Why Doctor Strange cameos don't work and why the cameos in this film work. Because I think in this film they are earned and they belong in this film. You know,
They
I felt
weren't forced.
Doctor
They weren't
Strange,
forced.
the characters
He
they
was
were bringing
actually
had no
visiting different
connection.
universes.
Like there was no connection between those characters
yeah,
and Doctor Strange. It is just for the people in the comics who knows that these characters exist. Like if a person who has only seen MCU He'll not even understand what are these people. Okay, Monica Rambeau is
Yeah.
Captain Marvel, or what's her name? Captain Britain or whatever. Peggy
Captain,
Carter.
Captain Carter.
Captain
Britain,
Carter.
Captain
Captain
Britain.
Carter.
Maybe they owe the same actress, but everyone else, the without mouth guy and everything, like it
It
nothing
wasn't even
makes
a wow
sense.
factor to
Yeah,
cast them.
if you really wanted to show
It wasn't a wow, yeah.
a superhero team,
Professor X
you know.
definitely made Professor X was a good factor, of course, wow factor.
But again, if you have not
other
seen
than
X-Men movies,
him-
it doesn't make sense. Who is he? Who's this
But
bald
even
guy
that
on
was
the
a
chair?
very small role. It was very small role. Very small role.
No, but I'm saying
I mean, the camera just came and
what
went.
he wanted to show in that movie, that they are these beings who are controlling the multiverse and they are the superpower beings. What do MCU people know?
At the time,
Avengers.
Yes.
Have those Avengers
Yeah.
characters, some other actor playing them, have there, right? It makes sense to MCU audience. Why
Yeah.
you are showing Fox characters
Yeah.
in an MCU film? That's what they did right. Like this film did right. They didn't bring
Correct.
MCU characters
And,
into this
and
film.
if they are basically they were random people. They had
Yeah.
no history.
They have nothing.
But in Deadpool, everyone had a history. Like why Chris Evans is here. Why no other actor is playing a human torch? For
Just
example.
imagine Avengers characters, different actors we have seen before, there, and Wanda is killing them. That would have impact, right?
Yeah.
These people she would
That-
know in her
yes,
own
yes,
life,
yes.
and she's killing them. That makes sense. Not just some strangers
Yeah,
who I
correct.
don't even care who they are.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
for Secret
makes
Wars,
sense.
he will come
Absolutely.
back.
What if Tony Stark was
MCU's
MCU's anchor being? Good question. That's a
I
good
think
question.
he is. I think
That's a
there
good
are
one,
rumors
actually.
that they are actually building a X-Men versus Avengers film in the future. So because
Yeah,
both these
that's
Yeah,
actually a
there's
very
both
good
these
one.
timelines or universes will collide and only one can survive. That feels like, and we also
Thank
got
you for giving me this
X-Men.
title for the next video of mine.
We also got X-Men in that Miss Marvel. No, sorry, the Marvels post credit. So I think they are kind of
Yeah.
building that up. There was a question.
And probably actually they are moving towards that what incursion, right? They are anyway going to end 616 and incorporate it to 1 triple whatever the fuck that is.
1005.
Sorry,
Kavi
what?
says
no,
Henry
not
Cavill
1005.
versus
The comic
Hugh
books one
Jackman.
1999.
Oh, 5 nines. Yeah, 1999999.
Yeah, 1999. Yeah, 5 times. Yeah. They're going
That's
to
the
somehow do
comic
that.
world, right?
Yeah, that's the comic world. But initially, it was speculated
Oh.
that MCU is also actually one
She
triple
fights,
double
right?
five.
Imam
Because-
Milani fights with Kevin Feige about this.
Milani fights, yeah. But Feige is like, if shut up, you are a kid.
So, according
I made
to
this
her,
campus.
the comics are also part of, one of the multiverses comics, which I think Kevin Feige doesn't agree. He said comics is separate. All these universes are inspired from the comics, and everything motion. What do you say? Motion.
I think there
motion
could have
films you're
been one
watching
more
are part
joke
of the
about.
universes.
There could have been one more joke about Hugh Jackman or the Wolverine. Somehow, if Deadpool has said this to related to Prestige, because in that film also the Hugh Jackman comes back again and again.
He said,
Yeah.
right? They'll make him
Prestige, yeah.
do this till he's 90.
90s, but Prestige reference could have also worked.
Oh,
But not everyone would
People
have
would
been
not have
deep cut,
gotten
yeah.
that. Yeah.
But that divorce line when Nicepool shows up, he says he after the divorce he's gaining weight. Dude, Hugh Jackman literally got divorced during the shooting, and he literally
Oh,
made a
really?
joke of I
didn't know.
and they were married for
Oh.
forever, ever. So it was sad that they kind of broke up. So he literally
Sensitive.
made a joke in the film at that point. I was actually worried how, even not worried, but I wanted to see how they will do the fourth wall break, because first two films are mostly him and the other character. Okay, Cable shows up, but it's
Okay,
mostly
guys, tell me
him
one thing. Tell me one thing.
driving the story. Here it's like Deadpool and
If-
Wolverine. There are scenes where we don't even see Deadpool; it's just Wolverine. So I wanted
Guys,
to
tell
see
me
how
one
they'll
thing.
balance
Tell me
it
one
out.
thing. Do the characters around Deadpool know? Is he actually breaking the fourth while he's talking to someone, or is it going in his mind?
No.
So according to
So
them, they don't know
only-
anything. He's doing it in his mind.
Yes, yes. So basically, only in comics, Deadpool has the power. Like he's self-aware that he's a comic book character. Basically,
Yeah, I know.
He talks to
other
the
people are
writer
not
and the
self-aware that
reader.
they're a comic book character. Yeah, other people are not self-aware that they are comic book characters, like comic book characters. Other people think like that is their life. But Deadpool is only self-aware, is very aware about the fact that
And
he's a
She-Hulk.
comic book character or he is in the movie.
And
And
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
Because whenever he's breaking the fourth wall, no one around him reacts to it. Probably it
No,
never
no.
happened for them, right?
Yeah, it did not. Yeah.
But when he does it in front of She-Hulk will be like, what are you doing? That's the kind
Yes,
of
yes,
thing.
yeah.
What he
Let's not
did,
talk
no,
about
the
She-Hulk. We have
proposal.
much better content to talk about.
Okay, there's a question. Henry Cavill Wolverine versus Hugh Jackman Wolverine would be fun. But they would, like, it would
Henry
never
Cavill
happen.
Wolverine would win because he's the younger version, and we have already seen some of that in the Logan film.
No, but I would say they wouldn't show Hugh Jackman losing, right? Like, this will never happen. That's what
Of
I'm
course,
saying.
they won't ever do that. But I think if it is supposed to be practical, the younger Logan wins in the Logan film, right? Of course, he dies, but he had the bigger hand.
No, but
Doesn't
this
really
upper
win.
hand.
this
Doesn't really
Logan
win.
is not old.
He does not win.
This Wolverine we saw in this film is not old. Dude, when the first fight happens and he comes and then he just runs on the ground like a that was so good.
Oh, that was yeah, that was real nice.
That was
It actually
scary.
felt
Like that was I was scared for Deadpool.
Yeah.
The base running towards you to hit you.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time they have really captured Wolverine, like, an animal-like
Exactly.
movement.
As, a,
You know?
as an animal, yeah.
Even that happened during the car fight scene, right? When he gets kicked out of the car and then he's just in this position and he's
Yeah.
about to know that
And
you're
then he
about to
hits
lose
the
your shit,
car
bro.
with so the car.
He just made a huge mistake.
What do you call it?
Yeah, he hit the car only.
No,
The
that
car
what do you call
moves
it, man?
almost.
The safety
Splash.
thing.
Shattering.
The safety thing.
Airbags.
Airbags pop up.
Airbags.
Yeah. Actually, I was going to say something else, but contraceptive. But
In which universe Loki is in? He's holding the multiverse together. Yeah, he's outside the every
Loki
universe.
isn't any multiverse. And
Yeah.
He's outside everything,
He's at the
holding the
end of
multiverse.
time.
Yeah.
He's end of time, man. Yeah.
Okay.
okay, so there is this question: what actually is going to happen to the Deadpool when Thor is actually crying? What theory do you have? Secret Wars?
Yeah,
It's a future movie.
something
It could be
secret,
Secret Wars. They
Yeah,
can
it was
choose not
Chris
to
Hemsworth, right?
not to share the scene also.
It was Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah,
right?
it was.
Sorry.
Nolan's
was
fighting
Chris-
between
No,
dude. It's
I
not
think
Chris
that's-
Hemsworth. It's the guy
It's
who
not-
in Thor
It felt
3.
someone else. It felt someone else.
No, it was Chris Hemsworth.
Yes, sir.
It
Who
felt
is Chris
someone else.
Hemsworth?
Are it's like
Yeah,
How-
I'm
how-
going again. I'll see
in
again.
in Age of Ultron how Iron Man saw those visuals. Remember?
Hmm.
It's like
But
that
those
kind
are the
of a
visuals,
setup. Yeah,
and whatever
that
is
kind
shown
of
in
a
the TV,
setup.
those things actually happen or have happened or about to happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're part of
So that probably
He
is going to
says that
happen.
like it
Yeah.
happens in the future.
something like that
Or
would happen.
again, I think it might not happen. It might not happen also because that was supposed to happen in the scenario in which if Deadpool had joined the MCU timeline.
No,
That's
no.
what he was pitching, right? Like, but he
He
was pitching
said
at
you
that
will
time. He was
come-
pitching that, hey, do you want to join?
No, he brings the reason he wants to destroy this universe, right? He brings him because he will be useful later. So he can be useful later now also, right? It's just in another universe.
Okay, well, now also. Okay,
Yeah, so
I
now
thought
later he
maybe
can come,
that
right? They
kind
can
of a timeline
recruit
would have
him.
changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and wouldn't Deadpool or other characters glitch if they come to the 616?
Glitch?
Just like Loki? No.
No, that is
glitch,
Spider-Verse,
Yeah,
no.
glitch.
Okay, if
That is
it's
Spider-Verse.
no.
That happened to Loki as well, no? That happened to Loki as well.
Time wrap. Is that the word?
Don't
Time-
remember the exact
time-
words. There's so many words now.
Time
Now
shifting,
was canon.
time slipping. Time slipping.
Yeah.
No, that was
So
something
it
else,
happened
right?
with.
That was something else.
That
which
was
happened
only
there.
when you are. That happens only when.
They will give
When
up
did
some
that happen? I
logic.
forgot.
Don't worry.
I forgot when it happens. It happens. It's basically it happens whenever you are not supposed to be where you are. You are, like whenever you are not in a place where you are. It's something like that.
No,
I
it just
forgot
happened to him. It's
exactly
not like
why-
that's the Spider-Verse story, right? Like if you go in a world where you don't belong, the multiverse,
That
Like when
happens in Loki
Spider-Man
as well,
goes to
no?
other Spider-Man world, he'll glitch.
In local, the time slipping is very similar to. It is similar to time, like to the glitch, but it is not same. I remember that when the movie came, Spider-Verse, we were talking about the fact that it is not same as time slipping. It is something similar,
In
but it
Loki,
is
I
not
don't
same.
remember that this time slip or something.
We are same, but different.
But different, yeah. But still the same.
I love that reference when Deadpool says the Blade movie will probably never come out. You know, when he says something like
Yeah.
that.
No,
I was like,
that's a different. I bet someone
No,
mentioned it.
so he makes a reference that
Actually, one of the greatest joke in the film was
Blade
actually already shown in
There's
that TV spot when he
there's
says Paul Rudd
only
finally aged. Actually, it was a great joke.
there's only ever
Yeah.
gonna be one Blade. That's the
But
line.
that's not true. If you remember the end of Eternals,
What?
Marshall Ali was already referenced over there. In the
Yeah.
No, but
he
who
has a
knows? It can
speech
be
na,
anyone.
at the end of the film.
Tomorrow they'll show someone else. Who knows?
yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Just like they will make us forget
Terence Lawrence, Edward Norton.
Kang. No, Kang.
The monologue rant by Wolverine in the car was crazy. For a moment, it felt like I was watching Prisoners again. Angry Hugh is the best Hugh. Why did Paradox explain his
And
plan to Deadpool after giving him
Nessa
weapons?
says
Is he
Chris
stupid?
Hemsworth was.
Uh,
Chris Hemsworth's footage was reused from Thor 2. Okay,
yeah, that
a
was
lot of us
seen
have
from Thor
watched
2
that
only.
film.
And this
I haven't
is
seen
a
the film so
question.
far.
Why did Paradox isn't that a trait of films like that? Like,
Of course. Why would he do that? Why would he do that?
then there's no movie,
is Deadpool
na?
that
He says,
important to
okay,
him?
you go to MCU and then behind him he kills his universe. So movie over, right? How will
There's
you
a
watch a
channel
movie?
called Kang. Oh, that's a good one, Nona. Oh, sorry, that's a good one, Rohit. That's really good one. You should actually speak it out for the people. So Rohit says he wants to see a universe where there's a kangaroo variant of Kang and he's known as Kangaroo. That's a good one.
The Flame On one was good,
You know,
huh? He's like, Avengers assemble, Flame On.
What if there's a universe where the spider is Spider-Man and then he would be called Spider? What if there's a universe like that?
there's a Spider-Man T-Rex. There's a
Spider-
Spider-Man.
No, okay. Guys, any of you watch Corridor Crew?
What?
No, I prefer to watch
I
Deadpool.
watched Corridor Crew. The VFX.
Deadpool 3 was a mistake though.
They
The
made a
VFX
video. They had made a video about the trailer, and they said that because the trailer, some scenes, the Wolverine costume has sleeves, some don't, right? So they
Corridor Crew, I
theorized
got
that
confused with the film.
when they put out the trailer, the fans wanted without sleeves. So in the post they changed it, but I don't think that's the
I doubt it.
no, because in the movie
Yeah,
we
because
see
that's actually
in the after the car fight it's tone off, and then you see his muscles and everything. So I don't think they'll do almost second half of the film without just doing CG over it.
And of course,
Too much work.
that's very much practical. That looks
Yeah,
practical.
and
That's not
it's a
CGI.
part of the story also that it's shred off with the fight, and now he's without sleeves.
Yeah.
He's usually shirtless, but he let himself go since the Davos. That was funny.
I loved the objectification of Wolverine throughout the film. It was so
Oh,
hilarious.
that was so funny. The guy at the HR thing.
Yeah.
Then, dude, at the end also the character from Loki and Peter.
Does your wife work in HR? When he says that.
There's so many
The bus
moments,
scene, no,
man.
his muscles looked so bad because I guess that was CGI'd. That was a CGI version, right? The bus scene.
Yeah, the moment he comes out of the bus, with that slow-mo pose, that is full CGI Wolverine. Okay, did I miss any chat? How is this the end game and
From your
perfect
ex.
send off to Fox movies? What you don't see any Fox
Where
characters.
did you hear that?
That was not even send off to Logan. Who cares about send off to freaking Electro and Gambit? And that's the Saganation, you are a member. Check out the video I made. It's
The scene
out
where
for
it makes
members.
of Batman's mask.
Will
Yeah,
explain your
into it
question.
again.
Yeah,
that Batman joke was good. He looks as intimidating as Batman, but he can move his neck.
Okay. Is Cassandra working for Loki because Loki is holding the multiverse? No, no, no. No connection there.
She doesn't work for anyone.
I
People
don't
work
think
for
even
her.
TVA
Or
knows
them.
who's like what Loki is doing. I don't think it's like a. I don't even think people who saw him go walk away because Loki just caught those vines, multiverse vines, and he vanished, right? So they don't know what really
They know it
happened.
very well because they had created a tree. They know everything. You're forgetting the show, man.
No, they had created, but there's no way of them to look over there. They are Loki, so there's a tree.
You think they wouldn't know? You think they wouldn't know?
I don't know. They didn't show us. So I'm saying my point is even the TVA don't know what's happening. Like the guy says, right?
TV
Now
knows
they've
everything.
changed the
TV
rules.
know
Now they've changed the rules. Even they don't know who the real boss is, or like if Loki is commanding, or if the characters we
Movie
saw
mask
in
kind of looks like
Loki,
two Batman.
they
Yeah,
are
it's a
only
very old
running
joke. It's a very old
TVA.
joke. Yeah.
Deadpool makes fun of. Okay. Anything else,
I thought
guys?
actually they're going to incorporate. I actually thought they are going to incorporate this joke of the Batman. Wolverine masks look like two Batman. I actually thought that.
That is
Or maybe I thought they would
meme, right?
recreate that scene where Wolverine is sitting and looking at the photo of Jean. That I thought they would do that.
Oh, I would have
They-
loved that joke. I would have loved that. Yeah, such a famous meme.
If they can do this with Spider-Man, they could have actually done that with Wolverine.
In a way, you can say, right, that
Yeah.
he holds up the picture of Deadpool's family. In a sense.
No, come on, it wasn't
No,
that.
that's not fair.
Proper. The
You wanted a scene in which Wolverine is looking at his own photo with somebody else, people like someone else.
Maybe
some other people.
they could have done that at the night scene when Daphne leaves and he just sitting over there and looking at a picture, and it could have worked that way.
I know they could have done a scene in which at the end of the movie, Colossus hands him over a photo of X-Men people. And he just
They
takes
could
it
have-
up and he goes inside, or he just takes it. So you can. It's implied that he will one day, like eventually, will be holding up that photo. and
They could have
thinking about
actually
it.
done that. They should have done that. They had a
Yeah.
moment.
At least
That could have
given a
been
photo
happened.
to him. Given some photo frame to him. Yeah.
Are,
Or maybe they will release an extended version later.
which was your favorite Wolverine cameo in the start when he goes to check out different Wolverines?
Henry Cavill.
That was fun, man. The Hulk one. Then the cross one.
For-
Goes
was
with the
good.
cross.
For me, it was
Cross one was very
Cross one was crazy.
yeah.
Pyro isn't really strong. Is that Human Torch was a bit of a loser.
I don't think he's strong. He plays with fire. Like fire
just
is his
captures his
power.
fire.
His power is his fire. So he just took on
So
the
it's-
fire
Yeah.
all in. So
So that was the wrong person. You should have had a
yeah,
firefight.
like he didn't know, right, who he's attacking. Maybe.
Ah,
Let's
he
give him a
didn't know.
benefit
He had
of
no
the doubt.
idea.
He just attacked. His bad luck.
Why didn't he claim?
The guy he attacked? That guy only is a fire guy.
Who sucked up at his fire?
I think cameo wise, the most surprising one was Blade because no one saw it coming, right? I think Gambit
Blade?
maybe news was there, but the moment
No, actually,
Blade
the
showed up, I
cameo
was
actually-
like, what? They brought him? Well, I remember the last week.
Yeah, it
we
was
did a
actually quite
discussion,
in
right?
the rumors. Wesley Snipes and Gambit, they were actually very much known that they're going to be in the film.
No,
Henry
but
Cavill actually was something.
Blade is not even Fox, no.
Shock.
That's why I'm saying. Blade is not even a Fox film.
From that
So,
perspective, from that
No one, I
perspective.
don't think no one would have thought Blade they'll get Blade for this movie.
One more thing. I really hope, I really prayed that Deadpool should have did that joke with Gambit. My name is Jeff. I really believe he should have done that. Because of the accent and the dialect. He should have done that. Why are you guys numb? Am I not audible? Are you guys paused?
No.
Is my internet breaking?
No, tell me.
Or is it like too so much for you to absorb process?
Yeah, we cannot handle the comments from Avineet at all on this movie.
Also,
Don't you
please.
think
yeah,
that
go
would have
ahead.
worked, that joke? My name is Jeff.
Which
Am I not
joke?
audible? Are you guys paused?
No, which joke?
No.
My name is.
Some jump.
No, I think that would have been too much of a Channing Tatum joke, not a Gambit joke.
I don't think
I
Channing
mean, like,
Tatum
he
is
was
that
barely-
popular,
no.
honestly. Like maybe Hollywood people, like in
He
America,
is,
people know him.
he's very popular to be very honest. But the point is, this movie did not have a scope in which they could also make Channing Tatum jokes along with Gambit jokes. they already had a lot of Gambit jokes to like make out and like, make in the
I
movie.
honestly didn't like Gambit because I've seen
As
X-Men
a character,
97. No. I just saw
okay.
X-Men 97 and that Gambit is like epic like
As a
that's my
superhero, he
first
was not good. Yeah,
that's my
I
first
agree. I
reference
agree.
of Gambit. I didn't know what Gambit is like.
I think it was intentional because they did not want to show why these people like unless these guys would have deserved to have a movie of their own, right? That's why they wanted to show a bad Gambit. I think it is an underdeveloped Gambit. I think that's what they wanted to show.
G says I expected Mobius or Miss Minutes to appear. No, I love that no unnecessary cameos were there from Marvel, except the character which was needed later from TVA. I love we didn't see Loki. I love we didn't see any MCU. Happy Hogan was fun, and I love that scene, dude. The way it sets up the whole movie. You know his vibe, what he wants to do.
Yeah,
What
at the
he.
end of the movie, that was the most important scene because the entire story was based on that only.
I love that scene. It didn't do anything extra. It didn't do anything, less. It was good enough. Okay. Also talk about the excessive use of needle drop songs like "Come On, Let's Us Hear the Slashing and Gunfight" and "Blood." They try to force way too many songs in the background of fight scenes. I don't know, man. It's a very. I think it's a creative choice. Maybe you are like I've read your previous comments. Maybe you're not a fan of it, but I didn't mind it at all.
I think like
Yeah, what?
because at the end of the day it's a road trip movie, right? And road trip movies have vintage good songs. So I felt it very well went along with the movie. It's a road trip movie across the void, right? So it worked for
Okay.
me.
Did you guys get emotional at any point in the movie?
Yeah, when I was getting.
I got yeah.
Yeah, when I
Most
know
of the
when.
Wolverine scenes.
At this point, you got emotional.
Most of the Wolverine scenes, I was a little emotional. I got emotional at the reveal of Chris Evans. Just that few seconds, I was emotional.
Emotional, okay.
I
No,
got
I meant.
I got
Okay.
emo-
I
I'm a huge Captain America fan. That's why I was a little emotional at that time. But then I realized within the first 10 seconds that he's not Captain America. So I was like, okay, fuck it. Die.
I
I
got
would love
emo-
it if somebody could just come and die, kill him like this. I would love to see that. And then they show that. So I was very happy.
I don't
got
know. Somewhere in my
emotional.
mind, I didn't think of it would be Johnny Storm, but in my mind, I was like, no, this is not Captain America. I don't think they'll touch him.
No, as soon as
Like-
they showed his
Like some characters
arm,
are
right?
just like sacred at the point, and knowing Kevin Feige, they will not touch those characters at all.
Yeah, they will not touch Captain America. Like
Did you
that,
guys
yeah.
notice
Also,
Stanley
he has a
cameo?
good image also.
What did you
Yeah,
guys?
Yeah.
I saw
Stanley
that.
cameo. Wait,
What?
don't tell, don't reveal in the chat. Let's see if
At
people
the at
notice.
the end, right?
I know.
Don't reveal anything.
It's a Stanley.
I noticed the
Stanley reveal.
second
It's not a
watch,
cameo.
second time.
Yeah, no, I saw it in the first time also.
In the end credit scene, are you talking about?
No. In
No,
the
no,
movie,
no.
like
In the
how
movie.
like he does a cameo. Like in this movie, there's a picture of him, not a like. Of course, he's dead.
Picture, yeah. It's a
Which
photo.
scene?
It's
Which
a
scene?
reveal. It's
I
not a
guess.
cameo, yeah.
Can you please remind me of that because I guess I remember, but
The chat
which
guessed it
scene?
though. Yeah, it's on the bus when they're fighting in the bus at the end.
Acha, हाँ,
It's a
ठीक है. I
sticker on.
remembered, but yeah.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, the scene I got emotional or kind of got tears in my eyes was that when Wolverine says, "I'll go inside, I'll sacrifice myself," and then Deadpool calls him and says, I always wanted this team up, and you are the best Wolverine," and that felt like it's Ryan Reynolds talking to Hugh Jackman, not the characters.
Oh, no.
And knowing everything they have gone behind try to make this film, and they always wanted to work together, how good friends they are, that moment hits hard. Like I felt that moment between them. It genuinely came out like him telling him that you will always be the best Wolverine ever, and it's like the 25-year journey he had, and everything just came together. Even the ending, when they are sacrificing themselves and everything is repeating in their heads, even that was really cool. If they had actually died and not shown what happened to them, I would have actually accepted it. Like that'd be a interesting, maybe a setup for next one, but they didn't want to do that. Did you guys notice Kevin in the post-credit scene? Yeah, I saw the new Rockstar video. Facts. and Films is here. Hindi dubbing was best. I've heard great things about Hindi dubbing, and I want to check it out. I think the last few Deadpool films they didn't actually use bad words. They used to, make it
And Sanket Matra himself
Yeah.
wrote some of the jokes for the movie.
yeah. So
Do you
They
guys know
said,
I'm in
that-
contact with Sanket Matre?
great.
Yeah. Great. Happy for you, man.
No, but they say each dialogue they used to do 4 different lines and then they later decide which one to go for. But I've heard in this movie they, because it's Marvel's film, they actually did bad words. Like they literally did bad words. So I want to check it out. I've heard a lot of good stuff about it.
Okay, guys, who's your
So
favorite
that means that in the
X-Man?
in the Hindi dub they will have Brahmastra word.
Also,
Who's your
I
favorite
don't
X-Man?
drive a Honda Odyssey. This was
I got
crazy
emotional
seeing
when
my-
Abhinay. I got emotional when Abhinay told his comments about the film.
Which comment? Which one? The good one or the real one?
All the cons.
The cons.
What about you guys in that scene where the scene I talked about?
I had those expressions which I just mentioned, that the same kind of expression that I have when I watch Friends.
Are when Wolverine is
Yeah, that
going
scene.
inside and
That
he
scene in
says,
particular.
I always wanted this team
Yeah.
up. You are the best Wolverine.
Yeah, that scene. Friends.
I forgot what scene was
Are
this.
before they get into the chamber, no? To
अरे मरने जाता है, मैं जाऊंगा नहीं, मैं जाऊंगा नहीं, मैं जाऊंगा, बाबा ने कहा था हाथ नहीं छोड़ना, साथ नहीं छोड़ना.
That-
Wolverine says,
so that was not funny, right?
I'm saying emotional.
Emotional? No, I was not emotional. I knew that they will
No,
not
no,
die.
no.
Duh.
At that moment when he's going,
Nona says it was an emotional moment that
Deadpool
he's ready to
says-
sacrifice. मैं मरूंगा.
that's not emotional, dude. The emotional was then
क्या emotional लग रहा है नोना को?
when Deadpool says that I always wanted this team up, which I felt it's not Deadpool saying, it's Ryan Reynolds saying this, and him saying that you are the best Wolverine.
No, but that he has said
It
that in,
connected
even
with
in the
me
part
at
two
the
movie,
other
right?
level, not the film's context level.
In Deadpool 2's end credit scene, he says that Ryan Reynolds will come and ask you to join
Sorry.
in a movie. So say yes. So yeah, it's a callback to that. That like he always had that. He always wanted this team up. He has a callback. It's a callback to the end credit scene of the part 2 movie.
Okay, Ray, but I'm saying that when that moment happens, knowing all the
Did you guys see
backstory
the
and
Hindi
everything,
poster of
it's
Deadpool
hard.
and Wolverine pool or karting? Did you guys see that?
No.
Oh no.
Sagan says
I'll
also I
do
drive Honda Odyssey on. So this was crazy fun seeing my van in the movie, almost same color as well. Honda must have paid a good money for that ad. Good money, or I don't know,
Yeah.
they took money.
Bad money.
I don't know.
They
Can you
bad
see
money
this
because
image?
they were.
Fool or
Wow. Nice.
I was
Yeah.
looking for this for the thumbnail, man. I couldn't find this picture.
This is
This is
actually
an
posted on
official-
Marvel India. Yeah, this is an official Marvel India posted it. आप सिनेमा घरों में.
कुछ सीखो रोहित. ऐसा कुछ बनाओ प्राइम के लिए.
The Voice के लिए बनाओ कुछ. भाई लोग, भाईचारा.
हाँ. भाईचारा.
G says
Golmaal.
I mean, भाई लोग is better. भाई लोग is better. भाई लोग.
the 207 bones dialogue in Hindi is crazy.
What is it?
अरे they changed that Scoutmaster did in my childhood scene to PT teacher बचपन में करते थे.
Yeah. Guys, I have to go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nona.
Let's wrap
Sorry
it up.
to leave.
I don't think anything else is there.
I'm going for the movie only, so don't feel bad about it. मेरे भी
Okay,
movie है
okay.
half an hour के अंदर. I have to reach.
Which movie?
Deadpool.
Again?
I also went again
Yeah.
today. Second time. Dude,
Yeah,
the
you have told
theater
us like
response
in
is
this
everything. man.
fifth time in this.
I went for
live.
theater response. That because you'll not get this after this week. Like you'll not get
Yeah,
that
I'm
audience.
also
get it,
going for the
Nona, we
same
get
thing
it.
now this time.
We get it.
ठीक है,
Chalo
चलो.
guys, I
Thank
hope
guys.
you had
Thank
fun.
I know it.
This was
Bye.
great. Anything else?
Bye, guys.
Bye bye. But anything else, Rohit? We'll be back,
No, I
guys,
had to-
tomorrow for Comic Con.
I said whatever I had to say. I loved the movie, man.
It was so much fun. The foxes. The guys, check out the video coming tomorrow. But yeah, I hope you like it, and this was fun, yeah. Thank you, Abhineet. Surprise cameo.
Pleasure's all mine. It was an extended one. Come on, I had
It
full
was-
role in this.
It was not even a cameo. You were a
I was there.
lead. But thank you everyone for joining. I hope you had fun, and we'll see you tomorrow with Comic Con Marvel news. Bye bye. Keeping out.
Hasta
Bye,
la
guys.
vista. Bye.